Okay, hi, my name is Samantha Cruz, and like I told you, this will be the part 2 of an actual interview with someone who suffers from diabetes. Now, this is Susan Carabello. She suffers from type 2 diabetes, which is where she has to take.
I take the pills. I am lucky.
But at one point, you did take the insulin.
Yes, I was getting stabbed.
And how did it feel? Being honest.
I just said it in only one word. Stabbed. Feel like your life ends. Like, oh my God, you're scared of needles is the worst thing, and I'm petrified of needles, so it's even way worse and worse.
Okay, so question. When did you first find out that you had diabetes?
October of 1993.
October of 1983?
I remember.
You gotta eat right, do correctly, okay? Make sure you do what you gotta do. Now, when did you first learn you had diabetes?
October 1993.
Okay, so in October 1983, you were told by your doctor you were suffering from diabetes. Like, how did it hit you hard or?
Okay, I went in because I thought I was maybe pregnant or something because I was always tired. I was feeling like crap. Okay, I was weird. It was weird because I was feeling nauseous and everything like pregnancy. Because I wasn't pregnant. Okay, thank God for that. After that, what happened? They called me in for emergency for me to be seen. I go in, like, wondering what's going on. They tell me, you're diabetic. Anything over 110, you're considered diabetic. Knowing it runs in my family, I should have been like, okay, able to accept it. For 2 weeks, I walked around, I'm not diabetic. There's no way I could be diabetic. Oh, hell no, I'm not diabetic. Once I realized, when I started getting my diet sugar, everything healthy. Yeah, you can eat healthy. It helps, but it's not always because it's according to what's what. Okay? So, but yeah, at the time I had to take insulin, which they did not show me the correct way to use it.
And so the insulin, like I said again, that's type 1. Which is, from what I've heard and what I've experienced as a child of someone who has diabetes, it's not fun. Okay? And just in case if I forgot, this is Susan Carabello. Okay? So, how did the transformation go from being type 1 to type 2? Like, how did you get there? Because you went from basically insulin to...
I've been type 2 the whole time.
Okay. So how did you have to use insulin and then
because of the height of my sugar, okay. And with I forgot how they call it through the blood test that they do. Okay, they found out mine was very high, and from there they started me right away on insulin. Not showing me correctly how to do it. You know, they expect you just to do it, okay? You do it wrong, you could break the muscles, okay? You could, they never told me that you can't put insulin into where there's blood because it won't not do no good for you, okay? Do more harm. But anybody else could love you.
Okay, sorry about that. We had a little interruption. As you guys know, I have kids, so they needed me, so I had to attend to them. Okay, so like you were saying, it was not shown to you the proper way to do so. So continue.
So, literally, yeah, I end up breaking veins and a lot of discomfort. I started gaining a lot of weight because of using insulin. It got to the point where the insulin was not doing nothing. My sugar was out of control. No matter what I did, I could eat right or I could eat wrong. And yeah, my sugar would be out of control. Had one doctor, Dr. Pizarro from Anson in New York. He's the worst doctor, don't ever use him. He don't know what he's doing. He told me and literally argued with me that I was not following his directions when I was doing something. Meanwhile, I was doing everything I was supposed to. I was gaining weight, like I went up to 322 pounds because of this insulin, okay? I ended up doing the thing to go for weight loss. I went down to 211. Did a stupid mistake, okay? Thinking because I no longer had diabetes, as you know, my sugar was correct. It was at a level that you would normally have.
Okay.
Okay, I'm like, yes, I'm not diabetic no more. I forgot. It's just my diabetes was controlled.
Yeah.
Okay. When I started using sugar in my coffee, which you're not supposed to use no sugar. You're not supposed to do a lot of other things, okay? No soda, no, which I don't drink soda, okay? But it was like there's a lot of conflict with my diabetes because now I'm taking 2 different pills, Forxiga, and I take metformin. I have to take metformin once in the morning and once at dinner, okay?
Oh my God.
And which I take both at one time.
So what if you was to forget to take one of your pills? What would happen?
Oh my, well, I ran out of pills because I literally, like, forgot about doing for myself and was doing for others. Forgot to get my medicines. My sugar spiked up to 437. I had to be rushed to the hospital. My husband literally pushed me to go because I was feeling like I was dying or something. I wasn't feeling good.
Okay.
I went. They gave me emergency medication, and yeah, I learned. Make sure I have my medication. No matter what, I have to make sure. And that's what I've been doing. As long as you take care of yourself, make sure you have your medication, you'll do good. Okay?
Alright.
And, yeah. Just gotta make sure your eyes are checked.
Okay, so what are the things that can make it where you would be like it would lead you to basically getting into serious issues with your health? What are the risks? Like basically, what would it be that if you do not do, you could get sick or you can end up in the hospital or worse, dead?
Well, I think it's like you could get sick.
That's Joey.
You could get sick, just like any other person, and end up in the hospital. Thing is, you gotta watch out.
Okay, sorry. Pause 2. Now, like we were saying, so what are the fatal or risks, or what would you recommend to someone who just found out that they are diabetic?
Admit that you're diabetic. Don't walk around with your head in the clouds, even though it's kind of hard. Okay? But if it runs in your family, it runs in our family, it's genetic. Okay? Literally, don't do like what I did. Walk around and be like, oh my God, there's no way I could be diabetic. What the hell? No. Diabetic. Okay. Doctor told you it. Deal with it. Go do everything you gotta do. Take your medicine every day. Do your testing. Yes, it messes with your fingers and it does hurt, and especially if you have carpal tunnel arthritis, like I do. It hurts like 1,000 times worse. But yeah, I test my sugar now every day because of it. Okay. I give it like days before I do so, and if I need to, and I feel I need to, I will test it. But you get to know your body.
Okay.
You get to know, should I test it? Do I need to test it? Or I don't need to.
Okay, but like, what kind of symptoms do you get if your sugar is low? Like, what is those symptoms?
Okay, you start getting shakes. Okay, you start with the sweats. Okay, You can even get nauseous, dizziness. And the bad thing is that you could get the same symptoms if your sugar is high. So it's like, it's good. If you feel any of those symptoms, get your machine out, test your sugar. Right away, test it. If your sugar is low, best thing to do is orange juice or warm Coca-Cola, okay? Or if you drink Pepsi, warm Pepsi, okay? I can't do neither one because one, I'm allergic to orange juice. Two, I can't have no soda, so for me it's harder. But there's this little tablets, well, big tablets that you chew. That's glucose, okay? That will bring your sugar up, okay? And that's the best you could do. But eating right and making sure you eat, as a diabetic, we're supposed to eat like between 6 to 8 times, you know, little things. Okay, here and there. And yeah, it's hard for me to do so because of my health issues. Okay, ulcers and whatnot. So it's very hard for me to get food into me. So yeah, I find some things that I could literally chew, things that I could digest and that will hold me. And like fruit that I love, there's only certain ones I could eat.
Okay, now, what advice would you give to prevent someone from becoming a risk factor or statistics of being a diabetic?
Okay, one of the things is, if you're big, try your hardest to lose weight. And I know it's not easy. Trust me. I've been fighting almost all my life, okay, to lose the weight. But if you're going to lose weight, don't do it stupidly of becoming anorexic and all that. Because all you're doing is killing yourself just as bad as, you know, having the weight.
Yeah.
Just start eating salads, eating your meat pretty much lean. They say take out the fat before you cook it. No, what happens is you're taking out the flavor. You want flavor, but what you do is cook your food, put your spices and whatnot. I can't cook with unless I use spices. I need seasoning. I need my things to taste. Oh my God, okay. Yeah. And I hate to cook, but when I cook, it has to have flavor. It has to, must. But there's a trick. After you do all that, you take off the fat. Get rid of the fat. Eat just the meat part, okay? And if you're a vegan, I'm sorry. I think you're missing the good part of life, okay? Start eating meat because meat is protein. And that can help you also, too, okay? Okay. Rice and beans if you're Spanish, okay? Rice can bring your sugar up, okay? So you don't want to eat it every day. Potato, anything starchy can bring your sugar up, okay? So it's like, try to find something that's not always everyday starchiness, okay?
So like, moderate your food.
Yeah, okay? And you should weigh it, like how much it is you could eat, because you want to have your weight at a certain level. And literally, I'm still fighting to lose it, and it's like, oh, pulling teeth.
Okay. So what if you're, you know, like me? I'm basically, as they call it, mom on the go. I work during the nighttime, and then I'm always busy with the kids. I gotta do errands. It's just like a million one things. And to actually sit down and weigh my food, you know, make sure I got the right portion, it's a little more
difficult.
Yeah, you know, it's just easier to just, okay, 2 spoons, pop. You know, this thing, pop. And, you know, we just use the spoons and everything like that. So it's easier like that. But what would you do if you don't have the time to measure your food?
Okay.
Whether you're a mom or you're just a single person.
Take smaller portions. And if you want a snack, if you could eat it and do so, eat like carrots, celery, broccoli, things like that, you know. fruit, vegetables, and snack on. Okay. I have gotten into, right now I'm on vacation, so I haven't been able to, but when I'm in my house, I started doing midget juice. I take my vegetables, I put it into a juice thing, into the blender that does the juice. And what I do is, I go and I put chia seeds.
Okay.
And I put that in, and it makes it a little thicker, but it's also healthy, and it's supposed to help you to lose weight. And it puts you fuller faster. Okay, and it's more healthy because you're getting vegetables into you. You're getting fruits into you. Okay? So you come winning.
Okay, so to anybody else who is a diabetic, you have heard what she has to say, what she experienced. And if you're just starting this process of being a diabetic, now you know. And if you're not a diabetic and you just want to make sure you don't get into this category, please listen to what she said. You don't want to have to be suffering like this. How long have you been dealing with being a diabetic?
Since 1993.
So that's basically,
22 years. Yeah.
Basically, 22 years.
93.
So this
2003, 2013, and in those 2 years.
So this is actually your 22-year anniversary of being a diabetic.
Yeah.
It's not the anniversary you would want to celebrate, but
no, I don't celebrate an anniversary of my wedding, anniversary of my children, anniversary of bothering my grandson. Okay.
Alright.
Which is trying to stick his head into it.
Okay.
But other than that, this is not an anniversary you want to celebrate, okay? Of any kind of illness. I don't care what illness it is, you don't want to celebrate. So, take care of yourself, do what you gotta do, and stay away from candy. The only thing is, if you are diabetic, have candy in the house if you need to bring your sugar up, okay? Like myself, I can't have soda or, anything or sugar wise, so it's like, like orange juice and whatnot because of allergies. So I keep candy, and I'll eat a candy if my sugar goes like this. Other than that, I stay away from the candy. So.
Alright.
Okay?
Capiche.
Capiche?
Okay. Alright, so that's all. I hope you enjoyed this information and the knowledge of hearing from an experienced person. And that's all. My name is Samantha, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, Mom.